Now today in our health corner we focus on practicing safer sex methods. Safe sex is any safe sex is any sexual conduct that protects you and your sexual partner against sexually transmissible infections and unplanned pregnancies. Safe sex doesn't involve the exchange of body fluids like semen, vaginal fluids or blood with anyone you have sex with. For more on this, I am joined by Zemona Hanger, a pharmacist at Langerhans Pharmacy. Good evening and welcome to the Daily Roundup.
Good evening.
Talk to us about the different forms of sex and why it's necessary to be consensual.
So the different forms of sex are, we have the normal one, the vaginal sex. Pretty sure everybody knows that one. Then we've got oral sex, mouth, and then the anal sex.
Sure. So what are the risks involved in practicing unsafe sex?
I think for us girls, it's most important we can get pregnant. The other thing, of course, is HIV, AIDS. But there are also STIs, STDs that we can get that can put you at very bad health risks.
Now, people are mostly concerned about either falling pregnant or contracting HIV, but there are also other STIs that one can get from having unsafe sex. Can you talk to us more about that?
Different STIs, you get different ones. For example, you get the HP virus, human papilloma virus. What is it? It's a virus that causes genital warts. If you Google genital warts, everybody will say never, ever, ever, because it really looks gross. But it can also cause, for example, cervical cancer, which can be life-threatening. Further, you've got gonorrhea, trichomonas, chlamydia. You have a whole list of bacterial infections, parasitic infections, which is the worst one. You very often don't feel any symptoms. So, you don't know you have it. You can transmit it to your partner. They don't know it, they transmit it. And so it spreads, and at the end somebody might get it. It can be bad for pregnant women. They might have birthing problems. They might miscarry. Some of them cause infertility. So it's really not a good thing.
Now, condoms are a form of barrier contraception. What type of condoms are there, and does the expiry date of the condom lower the effectiveness of it?
Okay, let's touch on the expiry date first. If a condom is expired, do not use it. Don't. If it's expired, use it as a balloon. Throw it in the dustbin, but don't use it. It is not safe to use anymore. Different condoms, you get so many different ones. The different flavors, the studded, the rip, the extra thin, extra long, extra large, extra whatever. You get so many different ones, so there's really a variety to find something that actually fits you. And the other thing is, something that might have been a bit forgotten is the femidoms, which is the female condom, which you can also use if the men are difficult or don't want to.
How can one have safer sex with condoms and other barrier methods?
The most important thing is to actually use a condom and use it correctly. Don't open it with your teeth. Don't use it when it's expired. Don't rip the whole package apart. Use it carefully. Make sure it's on properly. Don't try to break it in the act. Really make sure you are protected. And further, you have other methods of sexual intimacy as well. It doesn't need to always be the vaginal, oral, or anal sex. You have other ways as well how you can be intimate with your partner.
Sure. Thank you so much, Zemona, for joining us and enlightening us on this.
Thank you.
Well, viewers, that wraps up tonight's edition of the Daily Roundup. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. From me